I'm your astrologer Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your daily forecast for the day of Friday, July 21st, 2017. Now, I think what's going on today, I think the best word that I can use to describe it is really like anticlimactic in some way. I think we maybe thought at the beginning of this week, and especially yesterday, that there was going to be some really big beginning that was going to come in really, really hot and take us to new places and different chapters and new stories in some way, okay? And maybe I led you to believe that that was going to happen, okay? And I think today we're starting to realize, or starting to feel like it's not coming. This new beginning we thought was coming for us isn't there, okay? And it's not because it's not. Like, there is a new beginning. There is some major new chapters that are about to happen in a really, really big way, starting on what? The 23rd of July, that the new moon conjunct Mars, and at the solar eclipses happening next month. But I think what is going on is that today God is giving us an opportunity to rest, to relax, to integrate all of this crazy stuff that has come to us this week, and to truly understand it and to make sense of it so that we can move forward in a really big way and step into our future and step into, you know, our destiny and what it is, that life and that God has for us, okay? But I think what we need to do today, and what we really have, is an opportunity to process all of this stuff and to get right with it before it is that we move in that direction. The way I like to think of it is that what we're doing today is we're building our roots downward, okay? Like a tree, we're building downwards into the ground so that we can really be solid, be stable, and be secure, okay? So that when the new moon comes and a lot of other things happen, we can begin to build upward like a tree with branches and leaves and everything like that. And I think we're trying to figure that out, okay? The reason why I say that is because we have the moon today very early in the morning enter Cancer, all right? And the moon in Cancer is a very different beast from a moon in Gemini, where the past few days that we've been wanting to be excitable and talkative and very lively and have a lot of mental action going on, a moon in Cancer wants to rest and relax and sleep and take it easy, and is not so much interested in exploring ideas, but in exploring the heart, okay, and the emotions, and in looking inside in more ways and being a little bit more introverted. And I think we come off a lot of this excitement of yesterday, where we had a lot of things that were exact, and realized, okay, now things are slow. Now things aren't quite going as quickly as they were in some way. On top of that, we do have a lot of aspects that were exact yesterday and in the earlier parts of the week no longer exact anymore. They've passed their exactness, they've passed their prime and their peak of energy, and are moving off. You know, we had Mercury, which was conjunct the North Node and trine Saturn, making us very serious about our life, about where our life was going, wanting to make some big commitments. That's past. We're no longer thinking as serious about it. I think we still are serious, but to a lesser degree about where our life is going, and thinking and communicating about that. In addition, Venus is no longer in the square with Jupiter. Okay, so we're not trying as hard and pushing as hard to expand our life in new ways to bring good things that are right for us, okay? We still want that, but it's just not as much of an issue perhaps as it was earlier. We also come off of the moon opposite Saturn, so we aren't pressured to make some choices to understand really what's going on, to balance out our lives in some ways. Some of that is past, and we're really trying to figure out how we can deal with ourselves and do that before it is that we move forward. I think we feel the call to have excitement come into our lives with the Mars that just moved in to Leo at the first degree of Leo, with the sun at the cusp moving forward. But I think in order for us to move forward, we need to make sure that we've mastered our emotions, we've mastered our inner life, we've built that stability and that security that we want and need, so that we can face anything that comes at us in the next few weeks and in the next month in a way that is solid, that is stable, that is secure, and so that we don't fall apart or topple over, if we want to use the tree analogy, when that hard stuff comes, you know, or it's not even going to be hard. I don't even think what's going to come is going to be hard. I mean, maybe for some of us, depending on our charts, but I think there's a lot of stuff that's going to come very fast and very excitable. And I think if we don't have our inner life in check, if we don't have our emotions worked out, it could be very jarring for some people and unsettling. And I think this week you need to prepare yourself emotionally for what is to come. Okay, that's really all I see this week being about, getting insights about your future, about what's going on, maybe some frustration, life isn't moving as fast as you would like in some ways, but really needing to focus inward on what is happening to prepare for a big new moon coming up, to prepare for big new beginnings and a lot of excitement, okay? And in the future, you know, you're gonna have to make a lot of changes, a lot of choices in your life to maneuver yourself in the right direction and go in the right way. And I think right now we're preparing for a lot of these readjustments that we're gonna have to make after all of this information comes to us, after this new beginning happens. And I think you gotta deal with your emotions the next few days before this new moon hits, to get right with yourself, to build more of the stability into your life, and to be comfortable with yourself and with your life no matter what happens and no matter where life takes you, okay? So that's what I see for today. Now your card is the Wheel of Fortune upright. To me, what this indicates, we were expecting some big turn of events, maybe some big, you know, great fortune to come into our lives that was going to be amazing, and perhaps we don't feel it. It didn't happen today, and we're just kind of a little lost, okay? And I think what you need to realize is that you're not in a bad spot. Good things are coming, and that there are good things waiting for you, but perhaps that you need to figure out and try to focus on what it is that you can do to sustain more positive growth, to bring more good things to you, to bring more good fortune to you, and to really think about that and meditate on that before we move in to the next few days and months and chapter of life. Not that good fortune isn't there, but that I think you need to just figure out how it is that you can sustain it and bring more of that into your life in a way that will last. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on Facebook, like it on YouTube, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.